Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's video. If you haven't, feel free to check it out. It's a retroactive review of probably the most important game, or at least one of them, of this past couple years of gaming. It's Fallout 3. Please go check it out. It's really, it might seem like sort of, fan-based, but it's really sort of, it's important. It really is. But that's not today's video. Today's video is a discussion of where I think MMOs need to go. I've played MMOs. I've played a couple. I mean, there's RuneScape. That's sort of a classic one. There's MapleStory, which is a Korean MMO, which they made it really easy recently. But beforehand, it was you had to kill about 6,000 pigs to get one level. So, GLHF. And probably the biggest MMO right now is obviously WoW. Or is it? Tor seems to have really stolen some of its thunder. The Old Republic really just the Old Republic really was a new version of WoW. Because what WoW did when it came out is it took all the best elements of all the MMOs that were out beforehand, fused them together, and went, here's an MMO. Now, granted, it was also backed by Blizzard. It is Blizzard. And it has such a name to it that it was like, okay, I can play this because it's Blizzard and it's Warcraft and I like it. And we see the beast that it is today. And Tor sort of did the same thing that WoW did. It took a lot of what MMOs had been doing, Warhammer, Conan, WoW itself. It took a lot of those elements and it went, okay, here's this MMO, but we're going to put the BioWare spin on it with the whole really intensive interactive dialogue, with the whole dark side and light side choices, which I like. It's cool. I've always liked this really good interactivity that some MMOs don't have. But I think MMOs need to be more interactive, which is why I like Firefall 2 and these upcoming more shooting, more active, more intense combat MMOs. Sort of this active battlefield that you go into, you fight, or PlanetSide, for example. You go into, you fight, you start killing, and you leave. You go, okay, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. You get back on. That same battle is still going on because in real life, you go to sleep, the battle doesn't end. The battle keeps going on, especially if you think of World War I and World War II. Could you imagine a World War II MMO? So the Call of Duty-esque sort of multiplayer, but on huge scales. Ooh, I like it. Sounds interesting. It does. Genres can stagnate. We're seeing this right now with the first-person shooters. Every single Call of Duty and Battlefield game are updated weapons and mechanics and stuff like that, but otherwise it's nothing new. And, as these MMOs are coming out, there's nothing really shiny or impressive about them anymore. The biggest draw about Tor was, other than the fact that it was Star Wars, that you could choose the dialogue choices of your character when you got the quest to go kill 15 Jawas. Whoop-de-freaking-do. But I like the direction that a lot of MMOs are coming and going to these days. The first-person shooter, the shooting-based MMOs in general, I think are really important to the future of the MMO genre because those are the most interaction most gamers get in their life. Sitting in a PvP lobby or at a raid being told, heal me, heal me, heal me, or why'd the tank die? That sort of stuff. So, what does this mean? What about the more traditional MMOs? And Terra Online, for example, they're kind of pushing it, but you can look at Eve, I think, or Guild Wars 2. Lots of these upcoming games that are just okay, it's an MMO, but let's just strip the conventions off and see what happens. I need that. We all need that. Innovation is what makes games good. If we don't have it, games die. Games become stagnant. They become copies of each other, and they become terrible because of it. You can only kill Lord Morkrov of the Fire Demons so many times before it's... Can I have something new, please? And that's where MMOs are going, is away from that, hopefully. I do want it. I don't need more fantasy. I need more crazy fantasy. I need more get 400 people on a battlefield and see what happens. That'd be fun. That's how you do it. You can have 400 people in Dalaran. You can probably have 800 people on a map. I don't know. Maybe you can. That'd be fun to find out, wouldn't it? MMOs are a really interesting game genre. There's no way in hell we can say we've mastered the MMO process. You haven't mastered any game yet. It's only a matter of time before we find the perfect niche that hits everyone and gets everyone going. Think about it. Thanks for watching today's video. I shall see you guys later.